Woo. Oh, I gotta move this back. All right. Just give people time. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Giving people some time. Giving people some time. Boom, boom, boom. Hey. Do, 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 do. All right. Just giving people uno minuto. Come on in. Hey, y'all. I see y'all in there. Say what's up in the chat. Don't be scared. Just letting other people know we're live before we start the show. Who that? Who there? In and out like a quickie. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Mm, mm, What up, y'all? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Say what's up in the chat. Don't be scared. Just giving people a little minute to get in here. What's going on? What's going on? Mm, 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 mm. What it do? What it do? Talk to me. Talk to me. David, you. The YouTube co-host has arrived. Dave ain't miss a live since lives have begun. My man, what's going on, player? Ah, okay. I see what had happened, Dash. Well, you made it. You made it. And I got another guest with us. Let me see. Can I show y'all? Oh, veggie dumplings. Ow. While we wait on the folks, some steamed veggie dumplings. Just a minute, you know what I'm saying? Just a minute. You know, we always give people a little bit of time. So while we wait, did I make them? No, Walmart made them. And my microwave made them. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? The cheat code, baby. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Dash says, LOL, I love veggie dumplings. You gotta have veggie dumplings, you know what I'm saying? Dash says, should have sent some to us. I didn't, I didn't have addresses and time and all that. Mm-mm. And This is not an ad. Walmart did not pay me. But you should go to Walmart and get you some veggie dumplings because they're super easy. You just pop them in the microwave like 90 seconds, and that's it. Mm-hmm. It comes with soy sauce and all that. I just didn't use any soy sauce today. But, yep. All right, Dash, you got it. No free ads. You're right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I was late. I came in like 7:01. I almost forgot how to go live. No jokes. I was in YouTube Studio, like, where's the button? What's going on? I set it up earlier. Why won't it let me do it? I was setting up a brand new live. I almost messed up everything. And that's why they say practice makes perfect. Because as soon as we got used to going to lives, I stopped doing it. Hey, what up, Karen? BK in the building. What up, girl? Mm. That was an uncooperative dumpling. Yep, you're right, Dash. Exactly. I got used to doing pre-recorded pods again. I was on YouTube lost. Like, ain't there a way to go live from the live I already set up? Why it ain't working? It kept saying like edit details. I was like, wait a minute, what am I doing wrong? I just wasn't pressing the go live button in the settings like a doof. All right, 2 minutes and we start the show. Dos minutos. Dad said, don't get comfortable, peeps. No live tomorrow. Oh, that is too funny. Yo, Chris, what's poppin', player? Veggie dumplings making an appearance tonight on the pod. You feel me? Veggie dumplings. Mm-hmm. Just making sure I'm fueled because on the way to work, I'm a bust a run. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give him my run. Give him my run. You know what I mean? Just making sure I got some fuel in me. I don't want to dry snake it and run on empty. All right. 1 minute and we start the show. 1 minute. Oh, somebody just texted me today is free ice cream day. National ice cream day. Why I didn't tell me it was National Ice Cream Day, man? Shame on y'all for that. I should have been out eating ice cream on this live instead of dumpling. We could have did this pod live for Ben and Jerry's. All right, let's get the show started. Mm-mm-mm. Let's get this show started. All right, we just pull up this topic and we getting the show started. Can y'all hear the ice cream truck? It is like right outside my house. Can y'all hear it? It's not an ad. I did not tell them to park in front of my house. I promise you. All right. And we live. No, you cannot hear the ice cream truck. Awesome. Because I was hoping you could not. We started talking. I started eating and they popped up right in front of the crib. They knew it was National Ice Cream Day too. They were hoping I run downstairs and come up here with like some kind of fly. No, it's leaving. Some kind of fly ice cream to eat on camera. But no, alas, I shall not. All right, folks. Where is this Drake topic? Drake dropped a song I want to talk about with y'all. I know I got to do intros. I know. Don't worry. It's coming. I'm just making sure I got it. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, no. Dash says, I missed her corny joke. Dash, I did not see a corny joke in the chat. It's doing that thing again. If you put a comment, I don't see a comment. And yeah, only the live one about no lives tomorrow. Kia, what's going on? Welcome to the live. You just in time. We about to talk about one of your favorite people in the world, Drizzy Drake. Drizzy Drake. That's right. You guessed it. Drake. Drake. That guy, Drake. Yeah, remember that? All right. Is this the song? Got it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it started. Welcome to the live version of Weeknights. I'm here all alone on camera, but Dash is here in the chat. The recovery house said, you gotta relax. You gotta relax. And so Dash was not allowed to be on camera here today, but Dash is in the chat. And tomorrow we will not be live, Dash said earlier in the chat if you missed it. Dash said, enjoy this one because it ain't gonna happen again so soon. So I am JD, aka He Who Pods, glasses on today, ring light here today. That means I am also aka Rearview Mirror. All right. Now, let's get to it, folks, because I got topics. I came prepared. All right. So, first and foremost, Drake gotta chill. If you saw the headline here, if you saw the topics before you clicked into this live, oh, Dash says, hi. If you saw the topics, then you know Drake gotta chill. Why am I saying Drake gotta chill? I think, personally, I think Drake should lay low. That's my personal opinion. I think Drake has been doing himself a disservice. Drake put out some loosies since the battle. So let's go back in time. There was a battle that we all know about, a battle that Drake clearly lost. And I don't mean financially or any of that. I just mean song for song. We know for a year now, more than a year, because the anniversary was just a couple weeks ago, Kendrick has been in a phenomenal run, touring, performing, winning awards, you name it. You name it, right? But what has Drake been doing? Drake dropped some loosies. Drake dropped the Heart Part 6, basically saying, I'm not a kid diddler, right? That's basically the only point of that record. It was not really a diss record. That was his last effort in the battle. He dropped a couple loosies. Then he dropped 100 gigs. If you know about the 100 gigs, Drake emptied the tank allegedly, right? He put out records with different people, all this behind the scenes footage he had. He just dumped out 100 gigs. Awesome. Footage, songs, snippets, all type of good stuff. All right, it made a little splash, but it didn't stop anything. In fact, it kind of made people feel like, is this really any good? Drake fans really liked it, and that's important. Not being sarcastic, but it didn't make a big splash like Drake stuff usually does. Then we got the quote unquote leaked record where he's talking about LeBron. And I don't think it was leaked because we saw a video. Now they said the videographer leaked it, and it wasn't a legit release. But we saw it. He was rapping, and he was rapping in Drake style, a long rap song talking about LeBron dissing him and friends dissing him and different things. And that one came and went too. Then he dropped the Party Next Door album. And Nokia did make a splash. But have any of you been hearing anything about Nokia? Have any of you been listening to Nokia? Probably not. Because Nokia came and went too, right? Okay, cool. Nokia is probably the best effort so far. And they say it was a #1 album for a little while, which we expect because it's a Drake release. And it didn't make any lot of, it didn't do what Drake normally does. Some say, which I would be remiss not to mention this, some say it's because of the lawsuit. And so Drake even has a lawsuit against UMG, his longtime record label, Universal Music Group, which is the parent company of many companies. So for those who are going to watch this and say, no, 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 he was signed to Young Money. Young Money was a subsidiary of Universal Music Group. And so the lawsuit is going on. Crazy things are being alleged. It's still not over. However, we still have not seen a solidified release from Drake. But now something new has happened, folks. Something new came out recently. Another effort from Drake. And the song is called Smiley, featuring Tumaza. I'm sorry, the song is called Smiley. It belongs to Tumaza, and it features Drake. Have y'all heard this song? Because I heard this song, and it is not a compelling record. Now, I'm on record saying I'm not the biggest Drake fan, but I also understand that even though I'm not the biggest Drake fan, hit records are hit records. Okay? I'm not stupid. I understand that fandom aside or hate aside, big records are big records. Hence me just giving Nokia a slice of props. Did y'all hear this Tumaza record? What's it called? Smiley? Smiley. Did y'all hear Smiley? I just want to know, did y'all hear Smiley? Dash says Nokia was catchy. Yes, it was. Drake is excellent at making catchy records. David says, nope, not yet. No one else has answered. And so I'm going to assume people have not heard this record. The record has been out for 5 days. And it has less than 1 million views. Now, why do I say that? Because everything Drake does is record breaking, is big, it makes a splash. This record ain't making a splash. Dash says, I don't think my co-host sent me that, so no. Shame on your co-host. And shame on you for not staying tapped in. But this record has not made a splash. Usually by now, 5 days out, a Drake record would have made a bigger impact, is what I'm saying. And so this is not a Drake diss. This is actually my way of trying to help Drake. I know he didn't solicit my services. I'm aware. But I think it would behoove Drake to lay low for just a little bit. To chill out. To just relax. I don't think we should hear Drake on a feature for a while. I don't think we should have a Drake album for a while. I think Drake should, one, let the lawsuit run its course. 2, wait for the Kendrick and SZA tour to completely be over. Because all we keep seeing is clips of everyone singing Not Like Us and A minor. Every city, all we see is viral footage of the whole crowd going A minor. Right? I think Drake should chill out. I think it is in Drake's best interest to not release anything. We still don't have a song of the summer. This is usually when people would be looking for the new Drake. Hey, where's that new Drake? You heard that new Drake? Drake? Y'all heard it? Y'all seen it? But it's not here. And it should still not be here. If I was Drake, I would not put any music out for a little while, at least until probably late fall. If Drake drops in late fall and it's a banger, whether it's an album or a single, it will be very impactful. But if Drake continues to put out these teeny tiny records, and they're not teeny tiny for normal cats like me. If I get a Nokia, I'm out of here. Y'all probably won't even see me on weeknights. You feel what I'm saying? I'll be going live from the private jet. But for Drake, it's different. So instead of falling short over and over again, lay low, take a break, make them miss you. And then you come back and bust a move, as he would say. This is my advice for Drake. I think Drake should chill. Drake should stop. Drake should lay low. If you old like me, you remember Snoop Dogg and Nate Dogg had a song. And they said, he better lay low. That's what I think Drake should do. And let's keep it on music. Oh, if y'all got any thoughts, let them out now before we move on to the next topic. I'm trying to roll right in. Kia said, laughing my ass off. All right. Now, y'all gonna be mad, very likely, at what I'm about to say. And that's all right. Because I understand that everybody doesn't feel how I feel. Yo, Flip made it to the live. What is going on, player? What is going on? Dash says return on a high note. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If Drake chills out till the end of fall, no music, radio silence, and Drake drops heat in the end of fall, people will say the king is back. This is my advice for Drake. He didn't solicit my advice. He didn't solicit my services. But Drake, if you need consultation, our coaching services are available. Please reach out. Yeah, I know how to DM a player. Flip says, living, bro. About to head to a showcase, but we here doing your thing. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Let's move on to my next topic. Songs I'm sick of. There are two songs specifically that y'all have run into the ground. I hear it everywhere. When I open my phone, when I open my door to leave my house, everywhere. Two songs I am sick of hearing. Song number one. Oh, and also, media will not let me forget it. Because every time I try to forget one of these songs, some platform in black media is speaking about these two records. I don't want to hear these records anymore. I don't want to hear y'all talk about these records anymore. It's not that they're bad records. Y'all just have run them to the ground. You remember when we were younger and you heard a song so much, even if it was your favorite song, you began to form some disdain for that song. So much so that when you listen to the CD, I'm talking old school shit. When you listen to the CD, you skip that song, even though it's a great record and you used to love it. You now no longer want to hear it. Y'all remember that feeling? Am I striking something up? Well, that's how I feel about these two songs. There's two songs I'm sick of, and I don't want to ever hear them again for the rest of my life. Number one is Mutt by Leon Thomas. God damn, y'all niggas will not stop talking about playing, tweeting, TikToking, doing press releases about Mutt. Oh my God, you're a dog, you're a mutt. Please, please shut the fuck up. I am sick of hearing about Mutt. I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear you play it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear Ludacris rap on it. I don't want to hear any of it. I am sick and tired of hearing Mutt. Y'all niggas have run it to the ground. It's a great record. I'm not hating on Leon Thomas or the record, but God damn, can y'all please give it a break? Media, people, can y'all chill? Can y'all just get off of the wagon for just a moment? I don't know if you know, but there's an entire album of Leon Thomas songs on Mutt. Mutt was the single, but it's also the album. You can play all the songs from the album if you're a Leon Thomas fan. I don't need to keep hearing y'all niggas talk about and bump the song Mutt. Ja, por favor, please play something else. Let me see what y'all said in the chat here. Oh, no, Flip. It was not SZA. Dash says, tell us. I have. Flip says, my son's favorite song, LOL. Nothing against your son. A lot of love for your son. But enough of that song. Kia says, laughing my ass off. David says, touch it by Busta. I hated that song. You see, you know what I'm saying. We all got songs like this, but this is where this song has become. This is where this song has reached for me. He says, I just learned he was saying what he was saying the other day. That's hilarious. That's crazy. Why did you not know what Leon Thomas was saying? I have questions, and we're gonna get back to that another time off of this live. Dash said it has been overplayed. Oh my God, ridiculously. You can't even open your phone and scroll social media because you see something you like and she's looking good. And you're like, all right, let me hit the sound. Maybe she's saying something sexy. No, she's singing, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. Come on. This is ridiculous. I'm taking a sip of water and then we're going to get into the second song I'm sick and fucking tired of. If you're new to my lives, I say sip, but I take gulps. Sorry. Bad habit of saying sip and taking gulps. I'm working on it. Flip says, oh man, this is great. Well, thank you, Flip. Stay tuned because there's more. Let me say about the second song, Numero Dos, that I'm sick and fucking tired of. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because I'm sure this one, you gotta be sick of it too. That song is Doshi Anxiety. Oh my God. Are y'all niggas serious with this song? Oh my God. Oh my land. Doshi Anxiety. Oh my God. We didn't see Will Smith dance to it. We saw Tatiana Ali dance to it. We saw TikTok put it in every sound, every video, everything you ever heard with the dumbass dance. I'm very happy for Doshi. No sarcasm. I'm a Doshi fan. I am okay with Doshi getting all of the accolades and the love behind this record. It was the cherry on top right after her first quote unquote album. She says it's a mixtape, but everyone else says it's an album. After her first TDE release, this was the cherry on top. It was a re-release actually because the song originally came out in like 2018 or 2019, and it's a smash hit. The kids love it. And guess what? I'm 40, nigga. I don't want to keep hearing this fucking song. I'm sick and tired of hearing Anxiety. Everywhere you go, you hear that shit. Well, guess what? I have anxiety. Thank you very much. I don't want to hear this shit anymore. And just like Mutt, every time I open my phone, there it is. Either they're doing the dumbass dance or same thing. You see somebody and you're like, oh man, what's this person doing? They look interesting. They're just playing Anxiety. I gotta shut up. Please, please shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear Anxiety anymore. You go outside, they're playing Anxiety. You open your phone, it's Anxiety. You turn on a YouTube video and they're talking about Doshi Anxiety. I don't want to hear this shit anymore. I'm sick and tired of it. I don't want to hear this song anymore. It's really, really pissing me off. That honestly is not even Doshi's best record. Doshi has better records. Alligator Bites Never Heal is a great album, a great body of work. But y'all niggas just want to play one motherfucking song. Just Anxiety. Well, thank you because now I have anxiety. I don't want to fucking hear this shit anymore. Let's see what y'all saying in the chat. Dash said, I was thinking 30 for 30 because I'm over it. Oh, I can see that. I'm not mad at that answer. It's not my answer, but I can understand that. Kia says, I felt like it's one of these songs that I've already heard at some point, at some other point in my life, because you did. Because you did. It's a very popular song. If you go look at what she sampled, it is a super popular song. She didn't do much to the record. She just gave her little tune. And let's listen. I don't want to make it sound like I'm hating on Doshi. I truly am not. But Kia, it is a very popular song, and the original is probably way better. It is not a song about anxiety. It is a very popular white hit record, if I remember correctly. And yes, you know it. And that's part of the mastery behind the record, right? Part of the mastery behind what Doshi did was taking something very familiar to generations who listen to the radio, people her age and older, and giving this a fresh look, a fresh taste, right? Breathing new life into something old. There is science that says when you have something that sounds familiar, you are less likely to reject it just off the first listen, right? So if it sound like Biggie, 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 can't you see? You'll be like, hey, I know that song. But then you listen closely, like, what's that? It says JD, JD, what? Oh, what's going on there? Why is he doing that? But you already got brought in because you remember that classic record, which actually that is a good example because Biggie, 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 can't you see actually comes from Slick Rick. It was Ricky, 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 can't you see? Okay. So back to the comments. Um, Flip says, laughing my ass off. David says, yeah, that stupid dance is annoying right now. Extremely. He is crying laughing. Dash has so many other records. Flip says it's the subject matter. I don't care if it's the subject matter. I'm sick of hearing anxiety. I don't want to hear the shit anymore. Kia says anxiety is trending right now. Yeah, I know. Everybody has anxiety. And that's nice. But find another song. Go find an emo record or something else. I don't need to hear about your anxiety. Okay. Um, Dash says, I don't ever want to hear SZA say chat again. Nah, that's funny. That is hilarious. All right. Kia says relatable. Somebody that I used to know. There it is. You see? Dash says there is a weeknight episode, somebody somewhere where we talked about its origins. Yeah, we did. You're right. Yeah, I could go back. When the song first came out, we reviewed it, we gave her props, and we spoke about the original. Kia says, laughing my ass off, why SZA make you mad with chat? Oh, that's for you. That's a question for you, Dash. She want to know why is SZA upsetting you when she says chat? Flip says, wow, I ain't know that Slick Rick Biggie gem. Oh yeah. I don't remember the name of the song off the top of my head, but it's actually the same exact words. He says, Ricky, 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 can't you see? Same thing. Biggie just took like one piece of the hook and changed it. Or maybe that was Puffy. Who knows? Because that was kind of the this is not a Diddy trial thing another day. But that was kind of the bad boy template. You took something of old and made it have a fresh taste, which that's why on the song Feel So Good by Mace, you hear Diddy say, take hits from the 80s, but make it sound so crazy. It's exactly what he was telling you. He's telling you how to do it. He was giving you the blueprint. Um, Dash says the song is always on somewhere. It's too much. There you go. There you go. So there it is. Those are the two songs I'm sick and tired of hearing. I don't want to hear them anymore. It would be great if I don't have to ever hear them again. Uh oh, I see your screenshot, Dash. Dash said after you give him a run, don't forget to signal the plane. That's gotta signal the plane. Come on now. Can't forget about signaling the plane. All right. Now we move on to our next topic. The Clipse album drops July 11th. They dropped a new song yesterday or the day before when I'm recording this called So Be It. There's a music video out. It's a nice visual. And what the internet won't shut up about, I'm going to just cut to the chase. What the internet won't shut up about is the last 8 bars of the song, where Pusha T very clearly disses Travis Scott. The internet won't shut up about this. First, let's get to what he said. I should have pulled that up prior. Forgive me. Give me 2 seconds to pull it up. Clipse, So Be It, lyrics. All right, here we go. Genius. That's fine. That'll suffice for now. They didn't have a hard job on this one. All right. Pusha T says, wait a minute. Do they not have it? What the hell? They have this in the wrong order. That's weird. Oh well, we got what we need. It says here, Oh no, that's not it either. Genius, what's going on? I thought y'all was better. Okay, yep, it's here, it's here. My bad, y'all, my bad. All right, here we go. So Pusha T says, "You cried in front of me, you died in front of me. Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me. Her utopia had moved right up the street, and her lip gloss was popping. She ain't need you to eat. The net gonna call it the way they see it. But I got the video. I can share and A and E it. Oh, I can share and A E it. I don't know what A E it means. If you're cooler than me and you know what A E means, capital A period, capital E period, let me know. I didn't take the time to look up what this means, but I'm not hip. I'm gonna be honest. He says, but I got the video. I can share and A E it. If you know what that means, let me know. Anyway, he says they wouldn't believe it, but I can't unsee it. Lucky I ain't TMZ it. So be it. So be it. The internet is loving the fact that Pusha T dissed Travis Scott. And lots of people are trying to figure out why it happened. But Pusha T already told us. And so let me just get that for y'all so we could get that out the way because as you can see, I've got some hate in my blood today. So let's get to it. Here's Pusha T himself.
He's shameless. It all came from actually being in Paris. So be it. So be it. So be it. So came through carrying the Utopia briefcase. Right. Yep. Doing his whole spiel. Mm-hmm. He comes, he interrupts the session. The next day, the meltdown verse or whatever comes on. A meltdown change that I bought from your boss. Drake on Scott talking about Pharrell's jewelry. Yeah, and all of that. That was a corny, like you shouldn't have been here anyway. Him specifically too. I don't take it as personal as I should. It's Travis. He's harmless. I'm not into his whole makeup. I took it there. Her utopia had moved right up the street, and her lip gloss popping. She ain't need you to eat. And then to come back in our fold, to make a point, to invade the fold, and then do all that he did was like, man, I was corny. He's shameless. He does it. You've seen him do it to everybody. I've definitely had to put my hand on your shoulder before. You died in front of me. You cried in front of me. Cried in front of me. You died in front of me. Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me. Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me. I had to help you. People take
last piece.
That type of shit for granted. I don't take that for granted. So be it.
All right, there's Pusha T himself. And so this was from a New York Times interview that the Clipse just did. They're doing a lot of press right now, which is great for them. No sarcasm. I'm happy for them. And this album release, I'm very excited about it. But apparently that's what it is. Pusha T said in the GQ interview a little while ago, if you didn't know about it, basically they were doing a Clipse recording session out in Paris with Pharrell, I guess around the time of the LV show stuff. And Travis Scott interrupted the recording session. He came in, he played his whole album for the Clipse and Pharrell. He got content footage. He was in there with cameras recording. This is what Pusha T said in the GQ interview. And he played the album, but he made sure not to play the verse on Meltdown where Drake disses Pharrell Williams. As you know, the Clipse are very close to Pharrell. Pusha T has stayed close to Pharrell his entire career. And so he's saying he took it personal. And man, this is all the talk of the town. People are not even really talking about the great record that So Be It is. It is a great song. Once again, Malice goes nuts. I cannot play it on lives because they will flag it. But it's a really good record. And I'm excited for the Clipse. But this is all people are focusing on is the last 8 bars of the song. And I want to say this is a great thing for the Clipse. It's a masterful way to end the song with your jabs. But what I like to talk about is, yes, we've seen Travis Scott be disloyal. We've seen him be friends with Drake, do huge records with Drake, but also we've seen him on stage jumping up and down, saying, play that record, yo, play that record at the Future and Metro show. and Like That comes on and This Is Drake. We've seen that. That's cool. We've also seen the flip floppiness from Travis Scott. That's cool too. I understand everything that Pusha T is saying. What I don't understand, and maybe this is more for the public than it is for Pusha T, but what I don't understand is why are we excited that Pusha T dissed Travis Scott? Travis Scott is not a rapper. And even if you want to count him as a rapper, he's not gonna respond to Pusha T. He's not gonna have a back and forth with Pusha T. And maybe I'm old school, but I thought we don't get points for snuffing punks. Am I wrong? Like, cause I remember like even in school, if you messed with like the scaredy cat or the punk or the kid who never fought or whatever, it was not a good thing. People would actually diss you. In fact, I remember fighting someone on someone else's behalf because they wanted to fight someone. And I'm like, you're not going to fight him. He don't even fight. And vice versa. I remember one time someone I had a fight with, their friend got upset and was like, my friend don't fight, but I fight. So now we got to fight. And we fought. I thought that we don't get respect for punching down. I thought we don't get respect for fighting people who don't fight. Am I wrong here? Because my understanding is you don't get props for that. So why are people excited? Is there some secret disdain for Travis Scott that I don't know about? Because he does like mosh pits at his concerts and stuff. He's not a rapper and he's not going to engage with Pusha T. Or is it just that there's still blood in the water from the Drake and Kendrick beef and people just want the next beef? I mean, I know the Joey Badass versus the West thing just ended where Joey Badass battled a bunch of people from the West and pretty much beat everybody. But is that what it is? Are we just starving for new diss records? Or am I wrong here? Because I don't understand why this is such a thing that people are excited about. What is there to be excited about? He threw bars at him. And yeah, Pusha T put up a caption where he says, I hate all of y'all, to be honest, or something along those lines. And so that's fine. Then get at everybody, but you didn't get at everybody. You got directly at Travis Scott of all people. Like I don't understand. We dissing niggas who got like McDonald's brand deals. I'm confused. So I'm curious to see what y'all thoughts are. I think this takes away from the talk of the record. I know it is giving more light to the record, more attention to the record, but people aren't talking about the record. They're just talking about these last 8 bars and how seemingly someone took Kylie Jenner, I think that's the one, Kylie Jenner away from Travis Scott. Because that's the whole thing, right? Saying you lost your girl, her lip gloss was popping, so she didn't need you, etc. Uh, is that what we're excited about? I feel like that's not really the one to do it here. Dash says, I hate this. I hate that because I do love the song and its quality isn't being discussed. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it too. That's good question. I don't know. Dave says, well, Pharrell would be the punk here that he's defending. Pharrell won't fight back or say anything, so he stepped up for him. Okay, yes, David, you are correct. This is the second time Pharrell has done this. Pharrell said, I mean, I'm sorry. This is the second time Pusha T has done this. My bad, not Pharrell. This is the second time Push did this. There's an interview, a really good interview, where Pusha T was on the Joe Budden podcast years ago, and he explains the whole breakdown of the Drake beef. He basically says he was dissing Drake because of the beef with Drake and Kanye West. And even though they had a weird relationship, he was not okay with how Drake was moving. And so he decided to get in the ring and diss Drake. He's doing the same thing again. He said he did not like or understand the flip-floppity relationship that Drake had with Kanye West, and he was speaking up for his mans. And now he's doing the same thing again. But number one, Drake actually raps and does engage in rap battles. Number two, do we not learn from our mistakes? Because Kanye is no longer aligned with Pusha T for various reasons. And my understanding is Pusha T ended that relationship, and that's fine. But did you not learn your lesson? I don't understand. Uh, neither person rocks with you at this point. You stood up for somebody who ended up being a piece of shit. Kanye West, not Pharrell. But also, if Pharrell want to rap battle, he could rap battle. For Pharrell writes, and also Pharrell is getting paid off of all the things Travis Scott is doing. He had production on Travis Scott's album. That's why Travis Scott came to play him the records. So I don't really see why Pusha T needs to stand up for Pharrell in this one. Pharrell is winning in all of the ways. And so, yeah, I get it. You didn't like what Travis Scott did. Okay. I mean, there's lots of things we don't like in life. I'm not gonna go this uh Leon Thomas, Drake, and Doshi because of the things I said earlier in this podcast. What will be the point of that? Just because you don't like something? And Pusha T could do whatever he wants. I don't think it's cool or wise. He could, but the reality is Pusha T could do whatever he wants, right? What I don't understand is the why. That the why people are excited about this, right? Push did what he did. That's on him. But why are people excited about this? Because if I go beat up a fifth grader, no one's going to be excited. I don't understand this. If a person who's a professional boxer goes and beats the living shit out of a crackhead, are people going to be excited? No. We're going to say, hey, man, leave the neighborhood crackhead alone. You don't need to do that to the neighborhood crackhead. Come on, man. Chill out. So why is this different? Maybe I'm operating on old principles, but I don't understand the point of it. I don't understand why people are so excited about this. Because I just thought Travis Scott was in his own lane over there doing his own thing, and nobody gave a fuck about him. But people seem very excited about Pusha T doing this. I don't understand why. Um, Philip says, "Good point, Dave." Yeah, no, it was definitely a good point. Y'all can let me know before we move on, but I just didn't really understand this. I don't understand. Hey, Instagram, chill out. I don't really understand why people are excited, is what I'm saying. Because to me, you don't get points for that. You don't get points for smacking down and picking on somebody pretty much. Um oh, Flip, I'm just seeing your text. David says, I think people are sick of the snakes. Travis Scott getting away with the sneak dissing. But Travis Scott hasn't sneak dissed anybody. He's just allowed other people to do it. And he just has been disloyal. He hasn't been loyal. He hasn't picked a side. He's kind of rode whatever wave. So, and truly, that's the music industry. People are not loyal because people are not really friends. It's like a relationship thing that, if it works, it works. If not, Dave says same car. What's that mean? Same car. I don't follow. Um, yeah, I just feel like there's no real relationship equity in these situations. Same car, just in the passenger seat, not driving. Oh, I got you. I got you. All right. Yeah, I guess I can see what you're saying. I just feel like I don't really understand it. To me, it takes away from a great record. And so if this is your second song that you're releasing, or this is your real big single, because this one had the music video, Ace Trumpets didn't, then push your single. And perhaps this is the strategy. Perhaps the strategy is let's air dude out, and that will become why this record does well. And I understand that strategy. I just feel like it takes away from the great work. Malice is up there rapping his ass off. Uh, Push is up there rapping his ass off. And instead of hearing about that, all we're hearing about is these 8 bars. And the rest of the song is way better than those 8 bars, to be honest. I'm also curious, is this going to be what the rest of the album is? Because Push caption says I think it said I hate all you bitches. Is that what the rest of the album is? Are we going to be hearing a Clipse album where they're just taking shots at various people in the industry? Because that could be interesting. I'll be honest. If the rest of the Clipse album is them busting shots at people, I am curious what that looks like, sounds like, and how the industry reacts to the Clipse dissing them. Because I'll be honest, if I got my big brother with me, I might not be scared. I don't have a big brother, but I'm just saying, if Push got Malice with him and he knows Malice is down to go to war, Malice is down to diss people too, Malice is down to hit this 2-on-2 battle, then maybe that makes Push a little braver. Not that Push wasn't already brave, but maybe that's what's about to happen. I could see Push emptying the clip. Ha ha ha. I could see Push emptying the clip because his brother is with him and also ready to go to war. Dave says, or he could be starting a war so his brother could let off some shots. Yeah, that's possible. That is possible. So maybe that's what it is, because No Malice is back. Malice changed his name to No Malice. He's back. He's killing it. He's been on a tear. These verses are great. And so maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's that me and my brother are about to just go up against everybody. Whoever wants this smoke, let's have these tag team matches. Let's get it popping. I thought Malice found God. He did find God, and now he's back. And his name is no longer Malice. His name is No Malice, and these verses are great. I don't know how much Malice is going to edit his lyrics as far as what he says and doesn't say, but so far he's holding back. No punches. If you go listen to the verses we've already heard from Malice, the ones on this record, on Ace Trumpet, on the Pusha album, and there's another one I can never remember, but there's a couple things we've already heard No Malice on before this latest record. It's great. And people are once again saying No Malice is better than Pusha T, just like they used to back in the day. So I'm not saying I'm saying that. I'm saying that is what people are already saying. So it shows that he's putting out quality work. So I think it's great. Let me see what I got here. Maybe this is a text from Dash. Yes, it is. Do. Yes, Dash. I am absolutely with you. I was already thinking the same thing. Chris says Malice is better though. LOL. I will not fall on that sword. I'm not going to say yes or no. Dave said he's going to use the sword of justice to fight his pen. That's right. Listen, the pen is mightier than the sword. That is from 1985 Batman. Y'all know if you know. Flip says, I don't know, man. Push is elite. Okay, I agree. I'm just curious. Have you heard these new verses from No Malice, Flip? Have you heard the one on So Be It, the one on Ace Trumpets, the one on Pusha's last album, and the other one I can never remember? Have you heard these 4 verses, Flip? Because these verses are pretty fly, man. Flip says, yeah, he's bugging the F out. Hello? That's all people, that's all. You know, I'm not saying better. I feel like right now we don't have enough to say better or not better. I'm not going to let 3 or 4 verses be the answer. Let's see what a body of work look like. Now, we could take the Clipse album and put them up against each other 1v1. We could have a better discussion. Today, I'm not talking about back then, I'm talking about today. But so far, that man is swinging for the fences. Chris says he only became elite when Malice stepped down. Ooh! It's getting crazy in the chat. It's getting crazy in the chat. Flip says respect. I'm about to hit the road, chop it up later. All right, Flip, man. Thank you for tuning in. Flip says crying, laughing emojis. Lots of flexing. Flip, thank you for tuning in. I'll chop it up with you later, brother. And actually, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say goodbye to everyone because we're coming up on an hour. And I know I was supposed to review that last Final Destination movie, Final Destination Bloodlines, but we're out of time. And so I'm going to do that another day because if you know me, you know there's no way in hell that I'm gonna be able to do this review in just 3 minutes. I can't do it. And man, I have thoughts. So we will have to do that on another time. Maybe I'll do that on tomorrow's regular episode, pre-recorded episode of Weeknights, and I'll make sure to text it to everyone who was in this chat. Thank y'all all for being here. This has been Weeknights. We'll see you soon. Hit it, Dash. Bye. That's what Dash said. All right. Y'all can head out. There's a slight delay. So I will give y'all a minute instead of just ending the chat, ending the live rather. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I have no idea when I'll be live again. But y'all go. Get on out of here. Bye. Uh-oh. Almost dropped the whole bottle. That'd have been bad. All right. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, done.